People have asked me how long it takes for an owner of a rental property to evict a tenant and for a description of the basic process. When you have experienced the fact that the tenant has not paid the rent on time, you deliver to them a 3-day notice, which is a notice you can obtain for Florida for the Jacksonville area online, or you can go to any local sheriff's office and ask for an eviction pack. The front desk sergeant should be familiar with that, and they will give it to you, and it has complete instructions of what you have to do. The 3-day notice gives the tenant 3 days to pay the rent or move out. What you do is you go back on the 4th day, just in case they've actually moved out. Sometimes they do. If they have not moved out at that point, what you then do is go to the sheriff's office and get a process server from the sheriff's office to deliver a legal notice to the tenant. The legal notice explains the tenant's rights and gives the tenants 5 days to respond with an actual court date where the tenant goes in and explains why they have not paid the rent. Then the judge makes a determination as to whether the tenant's statements are warranted. And if the tenant has not paid the rent, the judge may grant an eviction, but normally the judge will grant a hearing where you will have to personally go to court. The tenant will be in court. You will present your case to the judge, and the tenant will present their case to the judge. If the tenant does not show up for the 5-day court appearance, then you will win by default. If you don't show up at the hearing with the judge, you will lose by default. You will not be able to evict the tenant. You would have to start all over again with another 3-day notice to start the process again. If the tenant is if the judge judges in your favor, the tenant is given notice, and the tenant basically has 24 hours to move out. If they do not move out, you have to obtain a writ from the judge, and then what the writ does is it requests a sheriff's deputy to meet you at the house 24 to 48 hours after that, whereupon the deputy will stay for a period of 1 hour while you change the locks if the house is empty, or if the belongings are still in the house, you remove all the contents of the home. The general amount of time that it takes to do an eviction is anywhere from 21 days to 45 days from the time the process server serves the documents. Thank you very much. Best of luck.